Hey, what's up, everybody? We are at day 1069 through day. Sorry, we're at day 1669 through day 1678 of this movement. And today, the topic is very specific. There is power in being you. And a lot of times we don't understand that because people have talked about us, people put us down, people have thrown us under the bus, people have hurt us, people have griped and moaned and complained about us. Excuse my dog. People have turned us into a bad person. People have took what somebody else has said about us and how we've reacted and this, that, and the third, and they became bitter about us as well. People have took advantage of us. We've been let down. We've been tossed and turned and twiddled and all this. But at the end of the day, there is power in being exactly who you are, whether people like it, whether people love it, whether people hate it, whether people try to control it, whether people try to manipulate it, whether people are appreciative of it or not. There is power in being exactly who you are. And a lot of times we don't get it because so many people are saying you shouldn't act this way, you shouldn't talk this way, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't say this. But sometimes it's a part of our character. Sometimes it is the very thing that makes us. Sometimes it is the very thing that not necessarily attracts somebody, but the very thing that catches somebody's attention. And we are able to speak life into them. We are able to give love to them. We are able to care about them. We are able to do things that nobody else could pair with them and do, if that makes sense. So a lot of times when you are feeling like they've talked about me, they said this about me, they're throwing me under the bus, they don't care whether I live or die, they don't like who I am, they say I'm too loud, they say I'm too obnoxious, they say I pray too much, they say I love too hard, they say I'm too caring, they say I'm too compassionate, they say blah 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 this and blah 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 that. Guess what? There is power in being who you are, because just because that person couldn't grab a hold of them, that's like being grab a hold of them doesn't mean that you don't have the technique or you don't have the strength or you don't have the power or you don't have the ability to grasp their attention for something that you do, something that you say, your actions. All that is something that they can catch on to, because a lot of times I've heard people say that preacher's just not for me. Their concept, the way they come at people, the way they talk at people is just not for me. I can't get what they preaching. I can't get what they style. I can't understand what they saying. They talking gibberish to me when I hear them talk. So a lot of times it's not that the information is wrong that you are delivering to somebody, that you are putting out there to somebody. A lot of times it's how you are delivering and how you are saying it. And I try to be compassionate with people, because a lot of times people are so boom, 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 do this, do that, make this happen, make this shake. This is how we got to do this. This is how we, instead of saying, you know what? Let me think about how I'm delivering that to that person, because I want them to do something. But is my delivery correct? Is my delivery okay? And there's just power in being you. Sometimes you don't understand your smile, your love, your compassion, your how you embrace people, how you interact with people, how you laugh, how you're funny, how you crack jokes. Just your presence sometimes. Maybe you're a singer, maybe it's your prayers. There are things that a person can go. There are people in my life that I know specifically. I can tell you specifically how I was introduced to that person. I got a friend, her love and energy spirit, like how she just, it's like she doesn't meet a stranger. And when I met her, didn't meet a stranger. I got another friend, just her overall care for people, no matter what it looks like, what it seems like, any of that. She has natural care. She has natural concern at the end of the day. And so that's things that I remember about them, is how they treat me, how they love me, how they show compassion and all that. And sometimes that's what I'm saying. It's power in being who you are. There could be another person who's nasty and rude and they don't show that same type of compassion. But there's something about the way they pray. There's something about the true conversations that we have, the genuine conversations that we have. So there's power in being you, whether you want to believe it or not. Be you. And I say that because a lot of times we don't want to be us. We get around certain people. Oh, I can't act that way. I can't talk that way. But be who you are in the presence of mom and them. Be who you are in the presence of your coworkers. Be who you are in the presence of your friends. Be who you are in the presence of strangers. Be who you are in the presence of associates. Be who you are in front of who it is. And I know sometimes we have to pull back because things aren't appropriate in the workplace. Sometimes we have to pull back because things aren't appropriate at church. Not saying it's anything bad, but it's just not appropriate. Sometimes we have to pull back because maybe there are kids around, whatever it may be. But all than that, I'm saying is be true to you, love you, vouch for you, care about you, have compassion for yourself. Say, you know what? There is power in being who I am, because who I am may not speak to these 12 people over here, but it may capture this one person. And so I say that as in doing this movement. Just because 40 people might view a video and nobody gives me good feedback, or they don't like what I'm doing or how I'm saying it or any of that, there may be one or two people who say, you know what, her delivery, how she talked about compassion, how she showed compassion, all that is what I needed. It's what I needed to hear. It's what I needed in my life. So boom, there it is. So I'm just saying there's power in being who you are. Be who you are. Don't let anybody change it. I don't care what they're saying, how they're reacting to you. Be you. There's power in being you. Check us out here. Check us out on Facebook. Check us out on IG. We have a Twitter, I Am Somebody Movement. Until next time, peace and blessings. Y'all be good. Happy Monday.